The story begins with our protagonist saying a silent goodbye to his brother's lifeless body, a moment filled with grief and unspoken promises of revenge. Suddenly, the somber atmosphere is interrupted by a group of armed men who barge into the room, looking puzzled to find him there. One of them confronts him, asking who he is and what he's doing in that place. Annoyed, the protagonist makes a bold decision. He closes the door behind them, sealing their fate. With determination, he unleashes a devastating technique called Lightning God, disintegrating the intruders without mercy. Reaching the last survivor, he moves with supernatural speed, whispering a final question into his ear. Who ordered his brother's murder? The man, instead of answering, dares to ask who he is. With icy calm, the protagonist declares he's the elder brother of the successor of the demonic sect, son of Hayuk Mujo, the leader everyone believed to be dead. Without hesitation, he disintegrates the man as well, vowing to take revenge on all those involved. To understand the context, 20 years ago, a devastating war broke out between the Orthodox faction and the demonic cult. With Hayuk Mujo at the helm, the cult won a decisive victory, ushering in an era of domination that cemented its power and presence over the land, while the Orthodox faction withdrew into the shadows, waiting for their chance to reclaim power. In the present, we meet a young woman with an obsession for dumplings, trying to buy some at a marketplace. However, the vendor informs her that they're all gone, purchased by a mysterious man. Intrigued, she asks for the direction he went, and soon locates him. She offers to buy a few dumplings from him, willing to pay even triple. But as she speaks, the protagonist senses something strange, the presence of an enemy, the lone fox. Without a word, he pulls her close and hides with her. The girl, bewildered, interprets the action suspiciously and instinctively strikes him. Apologizing, she quiets down as he instructs her, trying to figure out how it's possible that the fox is still alive. Without wasting any more time, he quickly departs, leaving the girl behind, confused and a bit annoyed. The protagonist meets up with his two loyal servants, who express their concern, knowing that by pursuing vengeance, his identity could be revealed, making him a target. He, however, reassures them, asking if they're feeling any fear. Huanya, with resolve, answers no. Smiling confidently, the protagonist assures them this mission won't be a significant challenge and instructs them to investigate the organization Moonwave. Dalchi, his other servant, asks if he's permitted to eliminate their targets, to which the protagonist replies no. Then he calls his falcon and prepares to move forward with his plan. The next day, we see the girl from the marketplace once more, preparing herself for her own mission, unaware of what she's about to be drawn into. In the imposing Academy of Illusion, an elite institution established by the cult after the war, a sinister mission unfolds, taking promising young Orthodox warriors and reshaping them into loyal members of the demon cult. Here we meet Bisiol, a 24-year-old woman who, defying her own fears, tries to infiltrate the academy disguised as a man. Despite her nerves and a moment when she's almost exposed, she manages to get inside. As she surveys her surroundings, her gaze locks onto someone who fills her with unease. Hyuk Ryonwi, the enigmatic protagonist. A wave of fear rises in her. She dreads that he might discover her true identity and expose her. Trying her best to keep her composure, she acts normal, but it's too late. Hyuk has noticed her nervousness and approaches, determined to confront her. Moments earlier, we saw Hyuk registering at the academy. The moment he steps inside, he senses a fixed, intense gaze upon him. Bisiol is watching him intently, but he doesn't recognize her as the same girl from the dumpling stand he encountered before. Still, something in her look arouses suspicion. Intrigued, Hyuk draws closer and with cold authority asks why she's watching him like that. Bisiol, panicked, attempts to escape. Hyuk reacts swiftly, trying to stop her, but B uses a surprising evasive technique that leaves him momentarily stunned. In his mind, he questions how a guy with such a fragile appearance could pull off such a move. But then, a faint, familiar scent gives him the answer he needed. She's the same girl from the market. After a brief but intense confrontation, they agree to move to a more private location to talk. During their tense conversation, Bisiol offers to serve Hyuk as his subordinate if he agrees to keep her secret, but Hyuk flatly refuses, stating he doesn't need her help. Just then, he spots the silhouette of his hawk in the sky, reminding him of a more pressing task. Without wasting another second, he leaves Bisiol behind and joins his two servants, who inform him they have located the Lunar Wave organization.